As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, coming at you from the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania, for week 3 of PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10-Band TV. Tonight, it's a South Hills soiree. Game 1 of our PIHL doubleheader brings us one of the classic rivalries in Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League Class AAA as the Peters Township Indians visit the Upper St. Clair Panthers. And for both these teams, there's a lot of new faces in new places. We've told you about Peters Township, 100 goals as a team last year, the #1 offense in AAA. 80% of that production gone from last year, including Ben Kovac and Will Tomko. For Upper St. Clair, they graduated the Class AAA scoring co-champions, Colin Ruffner and Aaron Stawarski, who finished with 45 points apiece in the previous regular campaign. Peters Township, stepping up for them has been Drew Alexander, their alternate captain, the senior, wearing number 46 in red, warming up off to our left. Alexander with 2 goals in as many games for the Indians, including that game-winning power play marker in the season opener at Pine Richland, which was a 3-2 Peters Township victory. The Indians last week in their home opener bowing to North Allegheny at the Printscape Arena by a final score of 2-1 in what was a real goaltender's goal. And we could have an interesting goaltending matchup tonight, but in the rest of that Peters Township lineup, Camden Martin, one of the top playmakers in the classification, one of 3 in Class AAA, with at least 3 assists in the first 2 weeks of regular season play. On the Upper St. Clair side of things, you've got Eli Rankin with 2 goals in the first 2 games of the season for the Panthers. The junior forward wearing number 31 in white, warming up off to our right. Prior to tonight's contest, Rankin, one of 12 in Class AAA with multiple goals in the first 2 weeks of regular season play. Who else is going to step up after this team suffered so much roster attrition? Well, the smart money could also be on varsity newcomer Dylan Yealy. Yealy with a goal and 2 assists, 3 points already in his first 2 varsity games. Yealy, one of 9 in Class AAA with 3 or more points in his first 2 games played. The goaltending matchup, as I alluded to briefly, could be very interesting. Kyle Thomas has been between the pipes for Peters Township for their first 2 games of the regular season. Timothy Cottrell, the sophomore, we expect to be in between the pipes for Dave Stock's Upper St. Clair Panthers. Stock, the 3rd-year bench boss at Upper St. Clair, trying to lead this team back to the playoffs after a respectable finish last year. Upper St. Clair locking up the number 7 seed in 2022-2023, upsetting Pittsburgh Central Catholic in round 1, falling to Pine Richland in round 2. Peters Township, the 2-time Penguins Cup champion of Class AAA, led by 18th-year head coach Rick Tingle, assisted by veteran PIHL coach Jim McVeigh. Now, he's just trying to find some answers on offense early in this regular season with so much roster turnover on their end, and with Troy Jones, one of the team's top returnees, having yet to play a regular season varsity game. Jones, 75 points in juniors last year across all competitions for the S-Mark Stars, 10 points in his PIHL debut season a year ago, and they could really use his offensive oomph. In just a couple of moments, it'll be Peters Township and Upper St. Clair from the Ice Castle, the host Panthers and the visiting Indians looking for South Hills bragging rights here as week 3 winds down in Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League regular season play. And glad to be with you on this negligibly warmer Thursday night, getting a bit of a respite from the Full frost here in western Pennsylvania. PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network. Simulcast tonight on Peters Hockey TV. Hello to our friends in the Peters Township School District. And it's all presented by Steel City Spine. A couple of 1-1 teams coming in, meeting each other for the first time since last year's Penguins Cup Championship game in Class 3A. A game won by the Peters Township Indians by an 8-1 final score, preventing the Panthers from completing a Cinderella run in the AAA tournament. Now the Panthers pregame huddle is broken. Ditto that of the Indians. Both teams getting last moment instructions before game 1 of 2 here at the Ice Castle tonight. Peters and USC to open the festivities. Later tonight, it'll be Hempfield at Thomas Jefferson, and we salute the Thomas Jefferson Hockey Club for their Cancer Awareness Night that they're promoting as a part of tonight's game. We look forward to seeing those two teams in action later. Saw them in action toward the end of the last regular season also in this venue this past February. Very exciting contest back then. And should be another one later tonight. And once again, it will be the senior Kyle Thomas in the net for Peters Township. It'll be the other number 35, Timothy Cottrell's backup, Owen Laurent, the sophomore, who took the loss to Pine Richland in week 2, getting the nod from Dave Stock. And we are underway in Castle Shannon with the Indians controlling the opening faceoff and moving the puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device. Panthers take it over. Colin McCarthy, the senior captain, sends it beyond the Peters Township blue line. Drew Alexander quickly in transition for the Indians. Alexander on the off wing. Alexander driving the net, playing the puck with one hand. He's ridden into the boards behind the goaltender Laurent. Camden Martin with it now for the Indians, deep in USC territory. Out in front, bouncing puck, turnaround try by Alexander. That went off the skate of Rory Sheegan-Sanowski, the alternate captain and senior defenseman. Early line change by the Panthers. Luca Maeda over the line quickly for Peters Township. Put that off the skate of McCarthy. Loose puck out in front, scooped up by Owen Mucho, the junior. Up it comes to Drew Lesak, the alternate captain. Lesak sending it deep into the Peters zone before the Indians take it over and quickly get this puck in behind the USC goal line. Sheegan-Sanowski reverses the play for Nico Gallardini. Gallardini up the far boards for Connor McQuaid. McQuaid dispossessed by Charlie Caputo. Panthers go D to D, playing this puck carefully. Owen Mucho up to center. Lesak unable to handle the pass. Mucho just shy of the center circle, playing it to Rory Sheegan-Sanowski on his right. Sheegan-Sanowski sends it in behind the net. Indians clean up their own zone and get it just beyond their own blue line. Charlie Caputo from the Peters Township bench into USC territory, trying to duck around a check, but good positioning there by the junior, Mucho. Out in front it comes, bouncing puck went off Mucho's body as the Indians try to feather it on goal. John Repepe on now for Rick Tingle early in a scoreless game. And Repepe had that puck glance off his stick, and he forces a turnover in USC territory, but can't hang on to this puck. Gallardini able to clear it back to center. Indians going D to D. Hudson Phillips, lead pass for Repepe off the stick of Jeremy Poon. Retreating behind his own net is McCarthy. McCarthy's lead pass intended for Graham Tauk. And Peters will send this to Maeda. Maeda taking over for the Indians up through center over the attacking line. Maeda around the check of Tauk into the near corner. And the Panthers get it back to center. Austin Corbel turns to his forehand, pivoting in the neutral zone as USC gets it deep into Peters ice. Maeda reverses the play for Corbel, the defenseman. Corbel up the boards. Tauk lost it to Repepe. Delayed offside on Peters Township. USC uses that opportunity to get the puck back to neutral ice. Both teams changing on the fly. just over 3 minutes into a scoreless first period. Amir Al-Salani up toward the Peters blue line. That's cut off by Cam Martin. Martin over the upper St. Clair blue line is hit up high by one of the Panthers. That was McFeely, I believe. Adam McFeely, the junior forward. Slap shot from the point by Phillips goes wide. McCarthy trying to clear, he can't. Shot from a bad angle by Alexander, sticked aside by Laurent. USC does clear the zone, and this puck was played with a high stick by the Indians. Face-off coming back into Peters Township ice. Face-off to the left of Kyle Thomas, the Indians netminder. Senior, 100 minutes, 26 seconds played. 203 goals against, 929 save percentage. 1-1 mark on the regular season. A pair of 1-1 teams going at it tonight. Thomas was 17 saves in that Penguins Cup championship game against the Panthers. The last meeting in PIHL play between these clubs. March 20th, 2023. Peters Township on that day clinching consecutive Penguins Cup titles and the 4th of the Rick Tingle era. 8th all time. Phillips puts an elbow into a man as play continues. And that was Gallardini getting the worst of that one. Panthers try to get a cycle going near side. Behind the net it comes, intended for McQuaid. He can't catch up to it, but it comes to the point. And that shot from the point by Nevin Shigensanowski went off a Peters Township skate, never made it all the way to the net. Drew Lesak cutting through center ice. Lesak over the blue line, poke check by Ben Tracy. Aiden Murphy, the senior, on here for Rick Tingle. The Muckers and Grinders getting some ice time early in this first period, still no score. McCarthy off of Peters Township skate, good block in front of Thomas by Hudson Phillips. And Peters will ice this puck as it completes a line change with 12:09 to go in the opening frame. Once again, the face-off to Thomas's left. Bryce O'Donnell ties up his man, and the Indians win it. In behind the goal line, it's poked at by a Peters Township defender, and up to center it comes underneath the stick of Palmieri, and this will be icing once again on the Indians. Now, Timothy Cottrell, who was top 10 last year in minutes played, save percentage, top 5 in wins, getting a respite this evening for Dave Stock. Owen Laurent, the sophomore, second stringer in there tonight. Laurent, 12 saves on 15 shots faced last week against Pine Richland. Upper St. Clair tonight playing the 3rd of 4 straight at the Ice Castle, including that Pine Richland contest. Panthers play it back to center. And giving chase for USC is Eli Rankin, the junior, and Rankin gets tied up with Corbel. Those two exchange some pleasantries. 11:30 to go. No score first period. Icing brings the face-off back into Upper St. Clair ice to the right of Laurent. Panthers win it and try to push it forward aggressively, and eventually they do get it beyond center red. Chase McDougall giving chase for USC. Luca Maeda on his backhand trying to play this puck up the boards. He can't. It was overskated and given away to one of the Panthers, sent down low, and Graham Talk unable to take the pass. Indians clear it inadvertently into their own bench. Face-off coming up just inside the Peters zone. Alexander on a take it against Lesak. Drew Lesak, the alternate captain of USC and recipient of the program's Ryan Malone Award for Most Improved Player from last season, as voted on by his teammates. Panthers win it, and get it deep from inside the blue line. That's McQuaid doing so. McQuaid centering pass to nobody in particular, goes all the way back to center, and Will Duff has to wait for the rest of his teammates to tag up and get onside. Maeda up the boards near side for Martin. Martin, the Indians captain, for Drew Alexander. Pretty little pass. Alexander and Martin, though, just a hair offside. Martin a little too far ahead of the play for his own good. And that was pretty puck movement by that duo. But Martin just a little too much momentum going over the USC blue line. Matthew Scuvart against Lesak at the face-off dot. Scuvart wins that confrontation. Duff defensively for USC from the far corner. Lets it go for Lesak. Near corner McCarthy up to McQuaid. McQuaid dancing around a couple of Peters Township forecheckers as he goes cross ice to Duff. Duff gets it deep into Peters Township ice. Gallardini colliding with one of the Indians in the near corner. That's Hudson Phillips, and Phillips wins that puck battle for Peters. Given away to Lesak, however. Lesak's shot blocked in the left wing circle. Scuvart up the near side, gains the red line and tries to get this puck deep. Ryan Walker, the varsity debutant and Peters Township senior, trying to usher the play along here for Peters Township. Under 10 minutes to go in a scoreless first period. McQuaid over the blue line. 65-footer off the blocker of Thomas. Bryce O'Donnell with it now, coming the other way for Peters Township. O'Donnell top of the right circle, off the glove hand. It's bouncing it just wide of the net. Oh, O'Donnell nearly got a very fortunate bounce there for the Indians. Back to the point it comes. Lazaro getting it deep for Peters Township. Nevin Sheegan-Sanowski defensively for USC. Sheegan up the boards to McQuaid. McQuaid clears the zone and incurs an icing call. Face off to Lawrence Wright. Luke Fisher on to take it. Fisher knocks his man down, is making a save from his knees, is Laurent right off the draw. Caputo poking at it for Peters Township, but it comes up to Eli Rankin. Rankin shooting off a stick. Good gap control there by Austin Corbel, the Peters defenseman. Approaching the midpoint of a scoreless first period here at the Ice Castle between these South Hills rivals. Peters Township and Upper St. Clair. One of these teams going to be 2-1 when the night is through. From a bad angle, it's put in behind the Peters Township goal. Rankin playing it on his forehand to the corner. Rankin up the boards to McCarthy. McCarthy snapshot through a crowd, held by Thomas. No rebound.
I'm not mad about it. Here we go, 4. Here we go. Here we go.
Thomas, a 25-save victory in the Ice Castle back on February 9th, the last time these teams played in this particular venue. A 2-1 Peters Township victory that earned the Indians a split of the regular season series. USC prevailed in overtime in the first meeting on January 17th of this calendar year by a 6-5 final score at Princescape. They were one of only 2 teams to win at Princescape Arena, one of only 2 road teams to win at Princescape Arena against Peters Township during the regular season. Corbel knocked off this puck hard by Chase McDougall, and we get a whistle and a penalty coming up, and this might go against McDougall. 8:07 to go first period, and it looks like the Indians are headed to the power play. And roughing is indeed the indication against the Upper St. Clair senior. Peters Township last season 29.1% of the power play, second best, right behind NA in the 11-team AAA classification. Indians on the man advantage as this puck skips off the back heel of a player who was on his knees. That was Blake Avancic, who was knocked down in front of the USC cage. Panthers clear the zone, 1:45 to go in the Indians power play. Peters Township on the 5-on-4, trying to break a scoreless tie. Maeda building speed over the blue line. Maeda traces the left wing circle. Out in front it comes. No, that went off a USC stick. Mucho cut that one off. Maeda still controlling for Peters Township. To the corner for Avancic. Avancic to Maeda. Maeda, cross ice pass. Martin faking, Martin shooting, save made. It goes behind the net. Indians in control. Here's Avancic with 1:12 to go on the power play for the Indians. To Camden Martin. Martin from inside the left wing edge. Takes this pass, tries to cut down the middle, but he's cut off. And a good clearing maneuver there by Nico Gallardini. Dave Stock changing penalty killers midway through the USC penalty kill. Under 7 to go in the first period. We remain scoreless. Maeda through center. Maeda over the blue line. Maeda poke checked. And clearing this puck is Rory Sheegan-Sanowski. He did it all by himself on that shift. Indians a little bit more deliberate with under half a minute to go in the power play. Playing the puck a bit dangerously in front of Thomas, but here with it now is Camden Martin. Martin over the attacking line, 1-on-2. Martin cutting inside the right circle, puts it off the side of the post. Eli Rankin taking it over for USC in a penalty killing role. Rankin trying to clear it, and he does. Hudson Phillips just barely offside as he tried to keep it in off the skate. And 10 seconds remain in the minor penalty on Chase McDougal. Face-off coming just outside the USC blue line. Panthers control on the PK. And it looks like this is going to be a successful PK. Upper St. Clair really struggling last season on the penalty kill, just 78.5%. That was next to last in the classification as the Panthers are offside. But they're off to a good start here tonight with 6 minutes to go in the first period, and we remain 0-0. USC, a team that, with that top-end talent last year in Ruffner and Stewarski, they love to press shorthanded. 12 shorthanded goals led the classification, but just don't have that same luxury yet this season. Both teams, as I said, looking very different since that Penguins Cup championship matchup. Both teams trying to figure things out, find that right chemistry and combination, figure out who's going to wear the cape here in the early stages of the 23-24 regular campaign. Indians off the face-off, gain the red line and get it deep. That's Caputo. Colin McCarthy reverses to play for Upper St. Clair. Up the boards to McQuaid. McQuaid trying to go right wing side to Gallardini. Gallardini muscled off that puck by Jacob Schleeper, the junior. That deflects off a Peters Township stick to the near boards. Hudson Phillips in after it. Puts a body into Gallardini. It's loose out in front. Sheegan-Sanowski just able to keep it inside the zone. Rory Sheegan-Sanowski, that is. Indians from the corner try to clear it, and they will. Caputo does the honors one more time. Rick Tingle making a line change, and it's a bad change as a two-line pass, luckily for Peters Township, is offside. Oh boy, did Peters Township get a break there. Drew Lesak with nobody, not even cows grazing in the attacking zone, but just a little bit behind that pass. And off the face-off, Aiden Murphy is tied up. Murphy up the boards. Worked over by Ryan Bonomo, the junior. Bonomo up to Rankin. Rankin through center ice for Upper St. Clair. Gets this puck deep into Peters territory. Luca Maeda on his backhand. Trying to duck around the check from Rankin. He can't. Up the boards it comes to Rory Sheegan-Sanowski. Sheegan-Sanowski trying to go to Rankin. Sheegan-Sanowski with his back to the play, turning around and gets it deep into Peters territory one more time. Austin Corbel on his backhand. Up to the Indians bench for Skuvart it comes. Fisher sends it down low. Corbel from the corner. Corbel. Stick check from behind by Bonomo. McCarthy from a bad angle. That's blocked by Scuvart up into the protective netting with just over 4 to go in this scoreless first period. A defensive stalemate early on here at the Ice Castle. A combined 10 All-Stars on these teams a season ago. All of them have moved on. Most graduated, some have gone on to other hockey-related endeavors. Most notably Ben Kovac going to prep school and Will Tomko going on to the USHL. Off the glass it comes, and this bouncing puck is played by Graham Tauk. Tauk worked over by Phillips. Tauk muscles him off that puck and shoots wide from a bad angle. Cam Martin trying to dance around Schuster. Martin knocked down, penalty coming up against the Panthers. Will the second time be the charm for the Peters Township power play late in the first period? Schuster getting that blade right up into the armpit of Martin will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free as the Indians go back to work on the man advantage. They are 0 for 1 in that category thus far. Only power play goal of the young season for Peters, belonging, as I said earlier, to Drew Alexander. Proved to be the game winner in the regular season opener at Pine Richland. Clean face-off win by Peters Township. Maeda right side, above the right circle, on net, kick save, rebound. Save again by Laurent, and Laurent covers to his left. Hooking the official call against Justin Schuster, the USC freshman. Panthers get a clear. Shigan Sanowski again helping out his own cause on the penalty kill. 1:35 to go in the second Indians power play of the game. 3:10 to go in a scoreless first period. Camden Martin for Peters Township. Centering pass from Maeda. That pass a little too heavy. Maeda has to chase it down and does, but pays a price for it. Gallardini took him off that puck, and here comes Drew Lesak shorthanded for USC. Lesak makes a move. Lesak trying to dangle around Hudson Phillips. Nothing doing. Alexander for Martin. Martin centering for Blake Avancic. Avancic 1-on-2. Avancic gets sandwiched. Alexander to Avancic. Avancic for Maeda. Maeda had Phillips open. Instead, he's going to take it himself. Maeda, bottom of the right circle, shoots from a bad angle. Save made, rebound down low for Avancic. Halfway through the Indians' power play. Hudson Phillips right point, cross ice for Maeda. Maeda shooting, pad save made by Owen Lauren. Martin, the Peters Township captain, spin move around Gallardini. Martin trying to play pitch and catch with Avancic there, deep in the corner. Cross ice, it comes to Phillips. Phillips, top of the right circle, shooting, kick save again by Laurent. And the rebound is not quite cleared. Good pressure here, sustained by Peters Township. Maeda shrugs off a man. Maeda cross ice. And that missed everything and everybody. It reverses to Maeda now. Maeda for Martin. Martin, wrist shot, save made, rebound covered. 15 to go, and the penalty kill for Upper St. Clair as Owen Laurent continues to hold his own. O'Donnell against Luke Fisher in the face-off circle. To the left of Owen Laurent, the sophomore keeper. McCarthy off the corner boards. And outside the zone, Eli Rankin in pursuit shorthanded for the Panthers. Rankin ties up Schleeper. Rankin wins that battle. Rankin from a bad angle is worked off the puck as the penalty to Schuster expires. USC 2 for 2 on the PK. Final minute 30 of a scoreless first period. Fisher from the center red gets it in the corner. Corbel on his backhand is ridden off that puck by one of the Panthers. Will Duff gets it to the near corner. Playing it off the bounce is Schleeper. Schleeper up to Zach Palmieri, the alternate captain. Palmieri gains the red line and sends it in underneath the goalie stick of Laurent. O'Donnell trying to work his man over, and that man is Will Duff, who helps the Panthers nearly clear their zone. Good hit by Fisher on one of the Indians at the blue line with a minute to go in the first period. And that was Schleeper getting the worst of that hit, as Caputo has it for Peters Township defensively. Colin McCarthy surveys the play, goes up near side to Graham Tauk. Tauk lets it go to the corner. Austin Corbel retreating for Peters Township. Up for Caputo. Back to center, Rory Shigensanowski sends it deep for the Panthers. Final half minute of first period play. Blake Avancic not going to be out-muscled as he gets it back to center. Stolen by Upper St. Clair. Graham Tauk getting it deep one more time. And a centering pass, nobody home for that. And the Indians will clear it and potentially ice it. Yes, they will, with 12.2 ticks to talk. Nico Gallardini tied up in the faceoff circle. Indians clear it. And we'll do it one more time from the same spot with 5.6 to go in the first. Alexander against Lisak after the second consecutive icing call. It's won by the Panthers. Lisak backhanding it between the circles as the buzzer sounds here at the Ice Castle. After one period of play in Class AAA PIHL action, it's Peters Township Indians nothing, Upper St. Clair Panthers nothing. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, simulcast on 10 Band TV and Peters Hockey TV, and it's all presented by Steel City Spine. Shots on goal after one period of play. Peters Township 7, Upper St. Clair 5, where it counts. The teams are scoreless. Owen Laurent, the Upper St. Clair backup with an impressive first period, 7 saves and some quality shots faced too, especially coming from the Peters Township power play, which could not break through in its first 2 attempts of the evening. Upper St. Clair really trying to be a better defensive team and trying to do so against what was last season the highest scoring team in their classification. Upper St. Clair last season, a team save percentage of .850, which was next to last at the time. But Timothy Cottrell looks like he has a bright future in goal, and fellow sophomore Owen Laurent looking good so far tonight. So the Panthers look like they've got some program depth at that position, and also on the varsity roster from Team Central of the PIHL Girls Division this past spring, Kristen Albertini is also a backup, and she's over on the USC bench dressed for Dave Stock tonight. Indians win the second period faceoff as the teams switch sides and directions. Upper St. Clair skates left to right, as Corbel plays it defensively for Peters Township, taking a hit from behind by Nico Gallardini. Corbel in the corner, sends it around the boards. Shigensanowski just barely able to keep it inside the zone for the Panthers, but not for long as Maeda makes a couple pretty dangles and gets it up inside the Upper St. Clair blue line. Lisak, just shy of the Indians' blue line, I should say, gets it into the Peters zone. Caputo, off that rebound, puts it off the glass, and this puck will roll the length of the ice for an icing call 44 seconds into period 2 against Peters Township. Face-off coming up to the left of Kyle Thomas. and it is controlled ultimately by Peters Township after a lengthy puck battle. Avancic gets it back to center. Will Duff retreating, and again, the Indians are called for icing. A bit of a hiccupy start to the second period, no score. Matt Popchock back with you at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon for game 1 of 2 tonight on PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, part of 10-Band TV simulcast for game 1 on Peters Hockey TV, presented by Steel City Spine, as this shot from the point by McCarthy just goes wide of Thomas's glove. Alexander unable to clear. Owen Lazaro unable to do so as well. To the corner comes for Eli Rankin. Rankin trying to feather a pass out in front, but it was broken up by Peters Township and sent through the neutral zone. Duff retreating and gives to defensive partner McCarthy. McCarthy trying to outlet pass, given away to Cam Martin. Martin forcing the turnover. Martin on his backhand. Martin out in front. Avancic can't find the pass. Upper St. Clair getting it deep, and now the Panthers guilty of icing early in the second period. Both teams completing line changes before this faceoff, which will come to the right of Owen Laurent. And one of the Panthers, Graham Tauk, going to be waved out. Amir Al-Salini going to take the face-off instead, and he wins that face-off. Good heavy-duty work there for Upper St. Clair. Chance the other way for Graham Tauk. Tauk shoots! Graham Tauk goes bar down, and the Panthers lead 1-0. 1:49 into the second period. The senior with his first goal of the regular campaign. Now that'll make some people in the front row happy. Graham Tauk coming down the left wing side and putting it underneath the crossbar behind Kyle Thomas, the Indian senior. And the Panthers are on the board first after a first period stalemate. Last season, 35 second period goals scored by the Panthers. That was the second most in the classification. So the second period was really their period last season. And they get this second period off to a fine start at home. Penalty coming up. And this one's gonna go against the Panthers. A third power play chance as players push and shove in the corner. Corbel getting mixed up with Al-Salani, who won that faceoff and made the key pass to Graham Tauk for that initial goal by the Panthers. Hooking the indication against the goal scorer, Graham Tauk, lo and behold.
No way!
And so the Peters Township power play, which failed in its first 2 attempts, has a chance to get a measure of revenge against a player that's put Upper St. Clair ahead early in the second period. Face-off coming to the left of Laurent. Lisak against Avancic. Avancic wins it to the boards. Panthers unable to clear. Lisak not able to clear the zone. Maeda with it for Peters Township. Maeda trying to outmuscle McCarthy. Avancic is double teamed along the boards, and the Panthers do get it back to center. 15 seconds off the penalty clock. 14:30 to go in the second period. 1-0 Upper St. Clair leading Peters Township on an early second period goal by Graham Tauk, his first of the season. Indians power play, deliberate as it breaks out. McCarthy from his own circle gets it back to center. Maeda trying to settle that puck down and does so for Camden Martin. Martin with 1:15 to go in the Indians power play. Over the blue line. Martin to the corner. Martin behind the net. To the boards for Maeda. Maeda cross ice to Phillips. Phillips from the left point. That went off a skate. Sheegan-Sanowski got in the way of that one, and Sheegan-Sanowski just having a really strong game defensively, the alternate captain and senior for USC. 50 to go in the Panther penalty kill. Panthers 2 for 2 on the PK thus far, trying to protect a 1-0 advantage early in this second frame. Maeda through center for Peters Township, over the blue line. Maeda right wing circle, behind the net now. Maeda for Cam Martin. Martin reversing for Maeda as Lisak goes down, but Lisak got the puck and he got it back to center. Caputo on now for the Indians power play, puts it off the glass and out of play with 23 to go on the minor penalty on Tauk. So they'll just bring the faceoff back to center ice here. Fisher against Alexander. Alexander wins it. Palmieri takes a stab. Palmieri has space. Palmieri shoots it over the bar and off the protective netting behind Owen Laurent. 16 to go in the Peters power play. Faceoff will come to the right of the Upper St. Clair sophomore goaltender, Owen Laurent. Palmieri trying to shoot it off the faceoff, can't. Corbel muscled off that puck by Rankin. 9 seconds to go in the power play. Alexander had Phillips open out in front, couldn't find him. Alexander from a bad angle. Now trapped in the corner, trying to skate around the official. And Upper St. Clair 3 for 3 on the penalty kill as the Panthers maintain the 1-0 lead with 12:40 to go to the ice cut. Bonomo gets it deep. Bonomo near side for USC, goes down. Play continues. Bonomo from the side of the net. Bonomo out in front, score! Eli Rankin nuzzles that nylon for the third time in as many games, and it's 2-0 Upper St. Clair. 12:29 to go, second period. Great puck movement by the Panthers down low to Rankin on the left side, and doubtful that the junior had any chance of missing from there. So Upper St. Clair taking momentum from the PK and capitalizing with a second goal in this second period. 2-0 lead now for USC. Maeda for Jeremy Poon. Poon from the edge of the circle, off the blocker hand of Laurent. Aiden Murphy giving chase in the corner. Up the boards for Lisak. Lisak through center. Lisak slapping this puck to the corner. Gallardini shouldered off that puck by Maeda. Connor McQuaid out in front. Both teams unable to scoop up that loose puck. Murphy trying to play it up ahead to Scovart. Now Corbel under some pressure from McQuaid, and a good keep there by the Panthers. Near side it comes. That pass just a little too strong for Gallardini. Gallardini put it underneath the stick of Murphy, and to the point it comes for Shigensanowski. It bounces in on Thomas, and Thomas freezes in the blue paint. And McQuaid trying to play some head games with the Indians here as the faceoff will come in Peters Township territory. Cooler heads prevailing as the teams change lines with just over 11.5 to go in this second period. A 2-0 lead now for Upper St. Clair here at home as Eli Rankin electrifies the ice castle with his third goal of the young season. Duff through a crowd, on goal, save Thomas, and the rebound is kicked out between the circles and worked back to center by the Indians. Martin back one-on-one. Martin trying to get around McCarthy. Some captain-on-captain action in USC territory. And from his own end, McDougal, up to Tauk. Tauk's shot blocked by Phillips. Phillips around the boards. It's cut off by Duff. Duff's shot pass broken up. Schleeper read that play well for the Indians. And he got dumped right next to the Upper St. Clair bench. USC students off to our right expressing their approval as this puck comes to the corner. And the Panthers in the midst of a line change, allowing the Indians to play it back to neutral red. Shigensanowski over the blue line now for Upper St. Clair, through the right wing circle from a bad angle off the shoulder of Thomas possibly. Out in front it comes. Al-Salani unable to get that puck on net. Palmieri can't clear the zone. Panthers doing a good job in the second period, keeping the Indians bottled up, as reversing the play out in front was Bonomo. Sheegan-Sanowski's shot pass deflected off Hudson Phillips' stick and went to the far corner. One of the Indians knocked hard to the ice as play continues. Bonomo laying the lumber into the back of Drew Alexander as Rankin fires on goal, save made, rebound put just wide by Bonomo. Sheegan-Sanowski for Ryan Bonomo. The junior pivoting in the right wing circle, knocked down as he was shooting that puck. Good check there by Drew Alexander as the Indians finally exhaust the area. A good shift there by Upper St. Clair, keeping the pressure on the visitors in a 2-0 game. Near corner it comes. Hudson Phillips in pursuit, ties up Rankin. Up it comes now to Avancic. Avancic dispossessed. Able to work that puck back to center, and here comes Blake Avancic with some open ice. Avancic makes a move, shoots, save made, Laurent. No rebound. Avancic, the freshman, looking for that elusive first varsity goal. It'll have to wait a little longer. Just over 9 to go to the ice cut. USC with a 2-0 lead over Peters Township. Second period goals at even strength by Graham Tauk and Eli Rankin. Panthers win the faceoff and get it up through center. Corbel in pursuit defensively for Peters Township. Maeda lost possession of that puck as it comes to the near corner. Lisak in pursuit for USC. Lisak on the forecheck, trying to kick it free to an Upper St. Clair teammate. And Lisak getting involved with one of the Indians in the corner as Gallardini pushes and shoves with Scuvart, and a penalty coming up again. As we hit the midpoint of the second period and the hockey game, penalties will be issued. And this time the Upper St. Clair Panthers are going to get the power play. Scuvart, the sophomore, going off. Now, this is a key matchup in this game. The Upper St. Clair power play against the Peters Township penalty kill. USC 0 for 4 on the PP coming into this game. Peters Township successful in 4 of its first 5 penalty kill scenarios on the young season. And during the state championship season, Rick Tingle's team really struggled on the penalty kill, so that was a big area of improvement last season, and off to a good start this year as it's put just wide. Fisher just missing the target there. 1:43 to go in the USC power play as Rankin knocks Martin off that puck. It comes now to Fisher. Fisher, stick check from behind by Martin for Rankin. Rankin to McDougall. Rankin cross ice to Bonomo. Up to McCarthy. Over to Eli Rankin. Rankin centering pass. It went off a USC stick. Bonomo has it down low. Out in front it comes to Rankin. Rankin resetting to McCarthy. McCarthy center point snapshot. Deflected in on Thomas. Save made. Rebound. It comes right back to McCarthy. McCarthy over to Bonomo. Bonomo puts it off the skate of Owen Lazaro. 1:10 to go in the power play. This is all USC as Alexander's stick is tied up. McCarthy trying to keep it inside the zone. Gets it down low for McDougall. Rankin from the far boards for McCarthy. McCarthy back to Eli Rankin. Rankin in the far corner, watched by Phillips. Rankin surveys the play. Back to McCarthy at the point. 45 to go as he shoots it wide of Thomas's glove hand. And the Indians finally clear the zone vis-a-vis Owen Lazaro, the senior blue liner. Rick Tingle changing penalty killers as his team trails 2-0. Big moment in this game for both teams with under 7 to go in the second. And getting knocked down from behind is McCarthy. Penalty coming up again against the Indians. That was Connor McQuaid, I'm sorry, as Owen Laurent is pulled for the extra attacker. Lisak continues to hold the puck for the Panthers. Sheegan-Sanowski for McCarthy, and now an incident right in front of Kyle Thomas. With 17 to go in the minor penalty against Scuvart, Upper St. Clair is going to get a two-man advantage. Actually, both teams is going to see a man go off here. Lazaro and Connor McQuaid. Interference on McQuaid and hooking on Lazaro. Coincidental minor penalties, so we will remain 5-on-4, contrary to our original belief. "17 seconds to go on the USC power play. Clean face-off win by the Panthers. Sheegan-Sanowski fanning on the pass. Lisak trying to send it all the way to the other side of the ice, but Lisak knocked it into the USC bench. 10 to go on the power play for the Panthers. O'Donnell against Tauk as the Indians continue to operate on the penalty kill. 5 seconds to go in the power play as it's gloved down in the corner by McDougal. Side of the net, Tauk, save made by Thomas. Oh, Tauk trying to sneak that by the senior for his second of the night, but it was not to be. And the Indians' penalty kill with 1 second on the clock remaining is about to go to 5 for 6 overall on the young season. Scuvart goes immediately to the Indians bench as this lead pass is sent a little too far for Rapepi, and it's going to be icing on the visitors. 6:17 to go to the ice cut as we're back to 5 aside. Face off to Thomas is right. Tauk against O'Donnell. Tauk ties up O'Donnell. Al-Salani unable to catch up to that puck in the corner. Tauk has it on this backhand, but he had his pocket picked by Caputo. Caputo coming back 1-on-2 for the Indians. Caputo just content to get it deep and absorb the blow there from Nevin Sheegan. Al-Salani, cross ice for Gallardini. Gallardini cut off by one of the Indians. That was Corbel on defense for Peters Township. Scuvart back on the ice here for Rick Tingle as this puck is slid in on Thomas underneath his blocker hand, and finally the senior will take notice and cover for a faceoff. Thomas, a .967 save percentage in last year's Penguins Cup playoffs. 174 goals against average during the regular season. First in that category, first in playoff save percentage also. And he was absolutely lights out down the stretch as the Indians claimed a second straight Penguins Cup title. And did so at the expense of these Upper St. Clair Panthers. Panthers here at the Ice Castle leading the grudge match by a score of 2-0 with 5:20 to go on a running second period clock. McCarthy tied up at the scores table as the Indians get the puck deep. Gallardini with his back to the play gets it up the boards, not out. Schleeper slapping this puck off a USC skate. McCarthy trying to block that shot and help out his goaltender, and McCarthy sends it up the boards under the stick of Phillips. And this won't be far enough for icing. Scuvart, or Schleeper I should say, has to play it as Dave Stock wants to make a line change. One touch pass there for Landon Klein. Goes to the corner, played defensively by Duff. McCarthy, lead pass for Lisak. Lisak over the attacking line. 60-footer goes wide of goal. Bonomo on the off wing. Tied up by Avancic and Schleeper. To the corner it comes for Al-Salani. Al-Salani for Sheegan-Sanowski. Deflected wide by Lisak. Indians get it back to center. Camden Martin with good determination. Overskated the puck at his own bench. And that's kind of the way the night has gone for Peters Township. Just unable to sustain any kind of pressure or zone time. Alexander from center red. Couldn't get around Lisak. Up to Bonomo it comes. Bonomo poke checked by Schleeper. Sheegan-Sanowski toward goal. And Laurent not going to take any chances with Drew Alexander bearing down on him. Face off in USC ice with 3:50 to go to the ice cut. Wholesale changes for both these South Hills combatants. Both teams winning their regular season opener before dropping their Week 2 contest. Jeremy Poon from the far corner playing it for Peters Township. Near side it comes to Gallardini. Justin Schuster up toward center, stolen by the Indians. Caputo on goal. Couldn't get enough on it, and he knows it. Laurent makes the easy save. Caputo really tried to wrist that puck from the left wing circle, but just couldn't get enough English on it. And he was mad at himself as he skates back to his position and comes forward off the ensuing faceoff. To the point it goes. Maeda has to retreat and wait for his teammates to tag up. Maeda giving it away to Luke Fisher. Near side it comes to Eli Rankin. Rankin poked at by Caputo. Rankin with space. Rankin down low for Fisher. Fisher behind the Peters Township goal. Panthers come away with it. Rankin in the far corner with 3 minutes to go in the second period. Rankin out in front. Fisher shooting. Blocked by Caputo and out of play. Now that had 3-0 written all over it, but Caputo got just enough of it to help bail out his goaltender. Face off to Thomas's right, late in the second period. Alexander ties up his man defensively for the Indians, allowing Phillips to play it to the near corner. Up the boards it comes, and just outside the Peters Township zone, off the stick of Sheegan-Sanowski, a possible break here for Camden Martin. Martin trying to go to Alexander out in front, but was too well covered. Loose puck side of the net. And that went wide. Martin with it in the corner, bodied from behind. Martin gets back to his feet after absorbing that check from Nevin Sheegan. Panthers clear it. Outlet pass intended for Alexander. Sheegan-Sanowski got there first. Poked ahead by Martin. Nice move there by the Indians captain. Trying to center it for Avancic. Avancic too well covered. Bouncing puck side of the net. Laurent going to take matters into his own hands. And off the face-off, which is won cleanly by the Panthers, it is Gallardini getting it up to McQuaid. Connor McQuaid with his back to the play. Off-balance shot, never made it on goal. That puck at the side of the net is stopped by Thomas. The rebound controlled by Drew Alexander. Up the boards it comes. Alexander through the center circle. Alexander chased by McQuaid. Alexander 1-on-3, off-balance wrist shot. Save made Laurent off the right leg. Steal by Austin Corbel. Corbel getting it deep for the Indians. Corbel knocked down by one of the Panthers. That's Gallardini as he was trying to come on here. Corbel, left point, through a crowd, deflected it wide of goal by Caputo. Caputo trying to take the eyes away from Laurent. Final minute 20 of second period play. Indians trying to get on the board late. Maeda for Caputo. Caputo puts it wide. McQuaid has the rebound for USC. Can't get it past Corbel. Corbel off the right skate of Owen Laurent, the sophomore goaltender. Loose out in front. Laurent pouncing on that puck, and he'll freeze it. 64 ticks to talk in period 2. Upper St. Clair leading Peters Township 2-0. Graham Tauk, Eli Rankin, the goal scorers, both in this middle frame. A pregnant pause here before the face-off as we have Graham Tauk getting medical attention with under a minute to go in the second period. And a whistle and a stoppage in play. Face-off, face-off coming up in USC territory as the net, I meant to say, is off its moorings behind Owen Laurent. Dave Stock making a late personnel change as officials are still fixing the cage. And we're ready to go to the left of Laurent. To the boards it comes. McCarthy clears for USC. Schleiper controls the bouncing puck. Off the boards and into Panthers ice. Up now for Eli Rankin of Upper St. Clair. Rankin chased by Schleiper. Good stick work there by Jacob Schleiper. Palmieri, the alternate captain, up for Bryce O'Donnell. O'Donnell trying to dance around McCarthy. USC able to get it deep in the final half minute of first period play. A giveaway to Luke Fisher. Indians clear it. No harm done on the giveaway as Sheegan Sanowski resets defensively for Colin McCarthy. Up it comes now to Bonomo. Bonomo left wing side. Bonomo looking for Rankin down the middle. Rankin was open but was well covered as well. Good job by O'Donnell getting in the way of that centering pass, 3 seconds to go, 3.1 to be exact, and we'll have one more face-off, this time in Indians ice. And Owen Laurent's gonna come off here for the extra man. Dave Stock trying to get a quick shot on goal off the face-off here. It seems like a good low risk, high reward scenario for doing this kind of thing. And from his knees, Alexander protects that puck for Martin. And so we cut the ice at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania. With your score through 2 periods, the Upper St. Clair Panthers 2, the Peters Township Indians 0. I am Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network. Simulcast on 10 Band TV and Peters Hockey TV, and it's all presented by Steel City Spine. Third period action is coming around the corner, but first, some music from the 412.
Shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino. Extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
and that missed everything and everybody. It reverses to Maeda now. Maeda from Martin. Martin, wrist shot, save made, rebound covered. 15 to go, and the penalty kill for Upper St. Clair as Owen Laurent continues to hold his own. That face-off. Good heavy-duty work there for Upper St. Clair. Chance the other way for Graham Tauk. Tauk shoots! Graham Tauk goes bar down, and the Panthers lead 1-0. 1:49 into the second period. The senior with his first goal of the score! Eli Rankin nuzzles that nylon for the third time in as many games, and it's 2-0 Upper St. Clair. 12:29 to go, second period. Mancic dispossessed, able to work that puck back to center, and here comes Blake Avancic with some open ice. Avancic makes a move, shoots, save made, Laurent. No rebound. Avancic, the freshman, looking for that elusive. Near side it comes to Gallardini. Justin Schuster up toward center, stolen by the Indians. Caputo on goal, couldn't get enough on it, and he knows it. Laurent makes the easy save. Caputo, Rankin in the far corner with 3 minutes to go in the second period. Rankin out in front, Fisher shooting, blocked by Caputo, and out of play. Now that had 3-0 written all over it, but Caputo got just enough of it. Gallardini, as he was trying to come on here. Corbel, left point, through a crowd, deflected it wide of goal by Caputo. Caputo trying to take the eyes away from Laurent. Final minute 20 of second period play.
Shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
2 jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads-Up Sports Training System, improving reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Two jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us.
I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
Hey there, hockey fans! You already know 10-Band TV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on 10-Band TV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from...
And that missed everything and everybody. It reverses to Maeda now. Maeda for Martin. Martin, wrist shot, save made, rebound covered. 15 to go, and the penalty kill for Upper St. Clair as Owen Laurent continues to hold his own. That face-off. Good heavy-duty work there for Upper St. Clair. Chance the other way for Graham Tauk. Tauk shoots! Graham Tauk goes bar down, and the Panthers lead 1-0. 1:49 into the second period. The senior with his first goal of the score! Eli Rankin nuzzles that nylon for the third time in as many games, and it's 2-0 Upper St. Clair. 12:29 to go, second period. Vancic dispossessed, able to work that puck back to center, and here comes Blake Avancic with some open ice. Avancic makes a move, shoots, save made, Laurent. No rebound. Avancic, the freshman, looking for that elusive. Near side it comes to Gallardini. Justin Schuster up toward center, stolen by the Indians. Caputo on goal, couldn't get enough on it, and he knows it. Laurent makes the easy save. Caputo, Rankin in the far corner with 3 minutes to go in the second period. Rankin out in front, Fisher shooting, blocked by Caputo, and out of play. Now that had 3-0 written all over it, but Caputo got just enough of it. Gallardini, as he was trying to come on here. Corbel, left point, through a crowd, deflected it wide of goal by Caputo. Caputo trying to take the eyes away from Laurent. Final minute 20 of second period play. And shout out to the Red Lines for that music you heard during the ice cut and throughout tonight's broadcast. You can hear more from the Red Lines on musicfromthe412.com or download the Music from the 412 app to your Roku or Amazon Fire device. Second period shots on goal. Upper St. Clair with 15, Peters Township with 13. The team's tied at 20 shots on goal apiece through 2 periods of play. Where it counts, it's Upper St. Clair 2, Peters Township Indians nothing. Matt Popchock back here at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon for period 3 of game 1 of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on the PIHL network on 10 Band TV and simulcast on Peters Hockey TV, presented by Steel City Spine. Cam Martin moving the puck from left to right for the Indians, wide to the left of goal, and Laurent steers that aside as it comes up to Corbel at the left point. Corbel in behind the net, near corner. It's pursued defensively by Connor McQuaid. McQuaid takes a bump from Martin as the Panthers try to get it out of the corner. Martin in pursuit one more time as Rory Sheegan-Sanowski sends it up the far boards. Cut off at the half wall by Avancic. Panthers finally able to gain possession of this puck as Lisak puts it off the boards and back to the Indians' blue line. Giving chase in his own end is Maeda. Maeda hit up high by Nico Gallardini. Off the glass, high it comes into Panther territory. Not quite long enough for icing. Give away to Alexander. One-timer save made. I'm not sure if Laurent got a piece of that or not, or if Avancic just whiffed at the bottom of the right circle. I think Avancic might have just fanned on that shot, actually, as Rick Tingle makes a change behind the play. Puck out of play, just off to our right. And I mean that literally, just off to our right. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. Face off to the right of Kyle Thomas. Now, we told you Upper St. Clair was a strong second period team last year, and they were a strong second period team tonight. Both goals in this game coming within the first 5 minutes of period 2. Graham Tauk and Eli Rankin at even strength for the Panthers. Upper St. Clair 3 for 3 on the penalty kill as well, which also looms large. Peters Township also killed off a penalty during period 2. Owen Laurent, the sophomore backup for Dave Stock, quietly stealing the show in goal from one of the premier netminders in the PIHL, Kyle Thomas. Thomas and his mates looking to avoid another hard luck loss, this time on the road, as Upper St. Clair is guilty of icing. Line changes by both teams with a face-off coming to Laurent's right. Now again, the Indians early in this varsity campaign playing without the services of Troy Jones, junior forward and one of their key role players last season on that Penguins Cup championship team. Jones with a pair of goals in that Penguins Cup final against upstart USC, including what was credited as the game-winning goal early in period 1 at the Lemieux complex as Tauk snipes this puck into the protective netting out of play off the left shoulder of Thomas. Officials retrieving the broken stick at center ice. March and Hendry, the USA Hockey crew, on duty for our doubleheader tonight, as Maeda has the puck for Peters Township over the attacking line. Right wing side, off the blocker of Laurent. And to the corner it goes. Panthers clear it. And this will be icing on Upper St. Clair, with just over 14 and a half to go in the third period. And off the face-off, it's Jeremy Poon put into the boards. Panthers have it. Lisak, near side. Up to Gallardini. Gallardini off the boards. McQuaid digging for it for USC, providing puck support. Gallardini wins that battle for the Panthers and gets it in behind the Peters Township goal line. Maeda claims it for the Indians, sends it up ahead to Skuvart. Matthew Skuvart over the blue line, puts it right off the body of Sheegan Sanowski. Sheegan Sanowski just playing sound positional hockey in his own zone tonight as Maeda retreats under pressure from Lisak. Up to Aiden Murphy it comes. Murphy gains the red line and gets this puck deep before coming off for a line change. McCarthy from his own corner up for McQuaid. McQuaid cross ice for Rankin. Rankin trying to dangle around Lazaro. Chases this puck in behind the Indians' goal. Out it comes to Fisher. Near side McCarthy. Bonomo around the boards. O'Donnell had trouble playing that for the Indians. Collided with Palmieri, his own teammate, just beyond the blue line. Both appear to be okay as Hudson Phillips plays it for the Indians. Phillips up the near boards to Palmieri, the alternate captain. Palmieri over the USC blue line. Palmieri from the edge of the right circle in behind the net. Caputo has it now for Peters Township. From the edge of the right circle, it's off the blocker hand of Owen Laurent. And getting rammed up high and getting rammed hard is Owen Lazaro as he got the rebound. Hard snapshot by Caputo is denied by Laurent, and the rebound is cleared. O'Donnell was looking for a tap in, but McCarthy had his stick tied up. A good shift here by the Indians. Trying to cut into this 2-goal deficit. Shot from distance. That 40-some footer from Bryce O'Donnell is held for a face-off by Owen Laurent.
Hey, 91, where's that stick from? The loss is down?
Tauk on to take the face-off against Alexander. To Laurent's right. Alexander wins it for Peters Township. Crisscross with Corbel into the corner. Drew Alexander giving chase. He's worked over by one of the Panthers. That's Owen Mucho. And Tauk brings it out beyond the blue line for Upper St. Clair. Tauk sends it deep, and this is going to be icing on the Panthers. Tauk didn't quite have the red line, and that looks like the right call. And we'll face it off from the same spot in Upper St. Clair territory. Lisak to take it against Alexander. Lisak wins it, but gave it away to Camden Martin. McQuaid helping out his teammate. Up now for Gallardini. Gallardini with speed and wide of the blue paint. As the puck comes all the way around the boards to Mucho. Mucho to the corner. Centering pass. McQuaid toward goal. That deflected off an Indian stick and went wide of the net. Maeda up through center for Peters Township. Maeda waiting for his teammates to get on side, has to peel back here. McQuaid all over him. Martin blasted up high as he tried to go back to Maeda. Martin crosses the blue line. Martin around Mucho. Martin trying to dangle around Sheegan Sanowski, nothing doing. McQuaid behind the net for Rory Sheegan Sanowski. McQuaid lets it go for Lisak. Lisak stick checked by Cam Martin. Horrible defensively for Peters Township. Trying to go around Lisak. Lisak pinned against the boards as the puck comes free to Gallardini. Gallardini in deep. Trying to get it on goal, but could not. Gallardini now getting up slowly as he was hit by Phillips. Sheegan Sanowski playing it at center ice for the Panthers with 10:40 to go in regulation. Upper St. Clair with a 2-0 advantage. Around the boards near side. Alexander to the corner for Schleeper. And a hand pass called against the Panthers. And the face-off as a result will come just outside the Upper St. Clair blue line. Matthew Skuvart to take it against Luke Fisher. Skuvart wins it cleanly. Jeremy Poon pinned up against the Upper St. Clair bench, but Skuvart has the puck and he shoots it just over top the crossbar. That didn't miss by a lot. Bouncing puck off the shot by Phillips in on goal. Laurent hangs on. Scuvart again to take the face-off for Peters Township, pushes it to the boards. Graham Tout going after it for USC. To the corner comes for Poon. Poon had a man open briefly, comes through the blue paint, and it's covered by Laurent. Hacking and whacking for that rebound was Scuvart, and Scuvart drawing the ire of the USC defense. Dave Stock making a line change before this own zone face-off. Stock in his third year, as we said, as head coach. Last season, leading the Upper St. Clair Panthers to their 41st Penguins Cup playoff berth all time in 52 seasons of Upper St. Clair hockey. Now, one of the rare misses was his first year on the job, so you better believe he was eager to build this program back up again, and USC had quite a ride this past spring until it ran into the mighty Indians. Panthers trying to get some revenge tonight as Upper St. Clair ices this puck with under 10 to go in the third. And Panthers may be learning the hard way in that championship contest that you can't always outscore your problems. A very different looking USC team here tonight. Very defensively responsible and led by the play of Sheegan Sanowski back there at his own end, and Owen Laurent looking very sharp in goal in his second regular season appearance. Corbel from the half wall for Peters Township. Couldn't glove it down. Panthers get it back through center. Maeda retreating for Peters Township. Maeda, poke check by Lisak. Lisak to the goal. Lisak makes his move. Save Thomas, the rebound is cleared. And Thomas is run into by Lisak and a bit shaken up. Maeda alertly getting that puck out of danger as it was just sitting in front of the goal line behind a helpless Kyle Thomas. And how about Kyle Thomas? Takes the tough luck 28 save loss against North Allegheny in a close home opener last week, then stays on to play the following game, the JV game, believe it or not, because the JV team didn't have a regular goaltender, and he makes a save off this faceoff, and the turnaround shot never made it on net because it was cleared. Kyle Thomas, energy for miles as he tries to keep the Indians within reach here, and time ticks away in the third period. Over 9 minutes to go, just barely. Upper St. Clair with a 2-goal lead, and at the moment trying to do everything they can to make that 2-goal lead look and feel insurmountable. Gallardini's shot was blocked. Gallardini going after this puck up the boards. Put it off an Indian skate, that of Owen Lazaro. McQuaid battling in the corner, tied up by a couple of Indians back checkers as we hit the midpoint of period 3. Tauk and Rankin, the Upper St. Clair goal scorers in period 2, as Palmieri had a stick knocked out of his hand, and that's going to be a penalty. Slashing the indication with 8:27 remaining in the third period. And Gallardini will get the gate. A fourth power play change for Peters Township. Something's got to give if the Indians want to get their way back into this one. Clean face-off win by Peters Township. Phillips from the left point. Underneath the stick of Martin. McCarthy behind his own net. For Rankin. Rankin clears it. Luca Maeda will give chase. 1:45 to go on the power play for the Indians. Maeda over the blue line. Maeda speeding through the right wing circle. Luca Maeda. Left wing boards for Martin. Maeda down low for Avancic. Avancic from a bad angle toward goal. That was blocked. McCarthy trying to clear. He can't. Phillips kept it alive for Avancic. Avancic to the corner for Alexander. Alexander had to come away from his position to play that puck. 1:08 to go in the Peters Township power play as the Panthers try to take more time off the clock. Owen Mucho trying to do so as Maeda has it for Peters Township. Maeda's turnaround shot deflected wide. Mucho Again, unable to clear, but has help from Rankin. Rankin trying to go up to Bonomo shorthanded. Rankin frustrated with himself, but Bonomo gets there. Rankin on the doorstep. That pass was thrown behind Rankin, a tough one for him to take. And Bonomo goes down. Looks like he caught something up in the facial area off the cage, and he's slow to get up behind the play as the Indians take this puck deep into USC territory. Maeda's shot blocked aside by Laurent at an angle. 25 to go in the power play as Bonomo limps to the Upper St. Clair bench. And it's cleared by Luke Fisher. Last rush here for the fourth Peters Township power play of the night. 6:40 to go in the third. Upper St. Clair continues to lead 2-0. And the Indians aren't going to get a last rush. Upper St. Clair is going to be 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. Martin over the blue line. Martin 1-on-2. Martin on his backhand just wide of Laurent. And as Maeda's shot floats into the glove hand of the sophomore, Gallardini returns to play. And both teams will make a line change before this face-off on the USC ice. Off the face-off, it comes to McCarthy. Good defensive zone win there by the Panthers. But a better keep by, I was about to say a better keep by Owen Lazaro, but he couldn't handle it. Palmieri enters the zone for Peters Township. From distance, save made, rebound floated into the stomach of Owen Lawrence, sliding to his right and hanging on with exactly 6 minutes left in regulation. Still a 2-0 game. Panthers trying to win for the first time on home ice as the designated home team. They beat Baldwin in their season opener 5-2. Technically, they were the away team in that contest as both teams share this facility. Eli Rankin coming the other way for USC, trying to center for Bonomo, in on Thomas. It's loose and played wide, and Thomas gets run into perhaps by his own man as Lazaro shoves Bonomo from behind. Thomas no worse for the wear as this puck is whizzed wide of the net. O'Donnell hit hard from behind by Bonomo as the Indians clear it up but not out. Shigensanowski through a crowd. That was blocked right between the circles by Corbel. And here comes Austin Corbel over the attacking line. Corbel from a bad angle. Toe save made by Laurent, and the rebound is kicked right out to Rankin. Rankin and Bonomo 2-on-1 as Lazaro lost an edge. Bonomo to the goal. Save Thomas. The rebound kicked out of there by Kyle Thomas. Backhand try. Denied again by Thomas. And the follow-up put high and wide by Tauk. Oh my goodness. Kyle Thomas, the hardest working man in show business all of a sudden. Keeping it a 2-goal affair with under 5 to go in period 3. Indians win the defensive zone draw, but it's stolen by Tauk. Tauk on his backhand is poked at by Jeremy Poon. Landon Klein gains the red line and sends it around the boards. Scovart going in after that dump in for Peters Township. Out in front, Poon on the doorstep, shot just wide. Oh, Jeremy Poon nearly with his first varsity goal. That puck just sitting forever in the blue paint, it seemed like, but couldn't finish what the young man started. Hand pass called on Peters Township. Face-off coming outside the Upper St. Clair blue line. And a late line change here by Rick Tingle. With his team in some trouble here on the road. Now next up for Peters Township, a Tuesday night game at the Princescape Arena in South Point against Seneca Valley. A rematch of the 2022 Penguins Cup Final. 9 o'clock puck drop on that one. Next up, Upper St. Clair hosting Bethel Park. This approaching Monday night, also a 9 p.m. face-off at the Ice Castle. The first true road trip for the Panthers, not coming until November 2nd when they go up to the Erie Sports Bank Park to take on Cathedral Prep. Face off in USC territory with just over 4 minutes to play in regulation. Won by the Indians. Back to Maeda at center point. Maeda off a couple of Panther skates. Avancic unable to hold on. And the Panthers get it back through center. No icing, officials say. Corbel trying to duck around the check of Eli Rankin. Rankin worked off that puck, which comes up to Bonomo. Lead pass to Martin. Martin one-on-one against McCarthy. Martin makes his move. Good poke check by Colin McCarthy, the USC captain. Martin, though, finds Avancic. Avancic puts it through the blue pane and wide of the net. Maeda settling this puck down at the center circle. Maeda run into by Fisher. And that sends Rory Sheegan-Sanowski into Peters Township ice. Indians were set from deep in their own end. Late in this third period, 2-0 USC. Alexander dances around Mucho. Martin unable to take that pass. Rankin counterattacking for Upper St. Clair for Lisak. Lisak in behind the Indians net. Backhanded up to Gallardini. Gallardini couldn't hang on. Off the boards it comes. Wide of Owen Mucho is blasted by Martin. Lisak shooting off a Peters Township skate. To the corner it comes. Blocked away by Thomas. It's sitting there in front of Kyle Thomas. And play to the corner by Gallardini. Final 2.5 of regulation. Panthers trying to forecheck with a vengeance here and nail this thing down at home. Martin, Murphy dumping this puck inside Upper St. Clair ice. Indians make a quick change, and there goes Kyle Thomas. Empty net down to our left. Lisak with it. Lisak makes a move and flips it into the glove hand of Lazaro. Lazaro trying to send O'Donnell the other way, but O'Donnell wasn't ready to take that pass. Off the boards it comes now to Al-Solani. Al-Solani for Tauk. Tauk wide of the empty net, and Tauk can't believe it. Big break for Peters Township. Skuvart off a skate. Still a lot of time left too, 1:40. From distance, it's sent to the corner by Lazaro. Up to center it comes for Tauk again. Tauk gonna get a second crack at it and puts it wide again, this time wide to the left of the vacant Peters Township goal. Glove down and put toward the empty net, and wide of the empty net by Al-Solani. Tauk into the stick of Hudson Phillips. So Panthers can't buy that insurance goal right now. 1:15 to go in the third. No icing, they say. Caputo trying to pry this puck loose and do so for Skuvart. Skuvart couldn't make the centering pass. Tauk with it again. Tauk just wide. Final minute of third period play. Rankin behind the cage. Rankin pressured by Maeda. Hudson Phillips up the boards for Caputo. It's cut off by Sheegan-Sanowski. Lead pass for Martin. Martin well offside. Well, they don't get much more obvious than that. And Rick Tingle gonna use his timeout here. As I said earlier, 8 Penguins Cups won all time by Peters Township, including the last 2 in PIHL Class AAA. Rick Tingle, head coach for 4 of those regional championship runs. 269 wins all time by Tingle behind the Peters Township bench in PIHL play, counting regular season and postseason. So mathematically not going to be able to get to 300 this year, but a very real possibility next season for sure. Upper St. Clair trying to grind one out here on home ice against a team that defeated them in that Penguins Cup final back in March. Both these teams looking very different coming into tonight, but the Panthers playing a really sound team defensive game punctuated by the play and goal of sophomore Owen Laurent. 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of period 2 by Graham Tauk and Eli Rankin have USC in the driver's seat. And the net to our left remains empty. It's still 6-on-5 for Peters Township. 41.5 ticks to talk here at the Ice Castle. And the Indians win this face-off. O'Donnell has it, right wing circle. Good poke check there by Gallardini. It comes up to Lisak. Lisak from center ice. Lisak just wide of the empty net. No icing, they say. Final 25 of regulation. Rankin to the corner for Lisak. Indians trying to pry this puck loose. Oh, Gallardini watches his captain, Colin McCarthy, put this one away for the Upper St. Clair Panthers. McCarthy's first goal of the year and first goal as Upper St. Clair captain is an ENG. And this ENG makes it 3-0 USC. 12.5 seconds remaining. Great job in the corner by Nico Gallardini, the sophomore, to take time off the clock and prevent the Indians from getting a last desperation rush. And McCarthy finishes from left point. Ten seconds to go. Gallardini over the hand of Lazaro. 3 seconds, and the Upper St. Clair Panthers can celebrate a victory on home ice and give hockey hugs to Owen Laurent. A shutout on this Thursday night for the Upper St. Clair sophomore netminder. 35 shots faced, 35 saves by the second-year Tendy. And what an effort between the pipes for Timothy Cottrell's backup. The handshake line commences. And so we get ready to tap out here for game number 1, but Hempfield and Thomas Jefferson are next in game number 2 here on PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10 Band TV. Thank you, Todd Kazarowski. Thank you, Michael Lyman, and thank you, Peters Hockey family, among others, for watching and listening. Final score, Upper St. Clair 3, Peters Township nothing. I'm Matt Popchock, and you've been watching it live here at the Ice Castle on PIHL Hockey Night Live on the PIHL Network, simulcast on 10 Band TV and Peters Hockey TV, all presented by Steel City Spine. And that missed everything and everybody. It reverses to Maeda now. Maeda for Martin. Martin, wrist shot, save made, rebound covered. 15 to go, and the penalty kill for Upper St. Clair as Owen Laurent continues to hold his own. That face-off. Good heavy-duty work there for Upper St. Clair. Chance the other way for Graham Tauk. Tauk shoots! Graham Tauk goes bar down, and the Panthers lead 1-0. 1:49 into the second period. The senior with his first goal of the score! Eli Rankin nuzzles that nylon for the third time in as many games, and it's 2-0 Upper St. Clair. 12:29 to go, second period. Mancic dispossessed, able to work that puck back to center, and here comes Blake Avancic with some open ice. Avancic makes a move, shoots, save made, Laurent. No rebound. Avancic, the freshman, looking for that elusive. Near side it comes to Gallardini. Justin Schuster up toward center, stolen by the Indians. Caputo on goal. Couldn't get enough on it, and he knows it. Laurent makes the easy save. Caputo Rankin in the far corner with 3 minutes to go in the second period. Rankin out in front. Fisher shooting, blocked by Caputo, and out of play. Now that had 3-0 written all over it, but Caputo got just enough of it. Gallardini, as he was trying to come on here. Corbel, left point, through a crowd, deflected it wide of goal by Caputo. Caputo trying to take the eyes away from Laurent. Final minute 20 of second period play. Good shift here by the Indians. Trying to cut into this 2-goal deficit. Shot from distance. That 40-some footer from Bryce O'Donnell is held for a face-off by Owen Laurent. Couldn't handle it. Palmieri enters the zone for Peters Township. From distance, save made, rebound floated into the stomach of Owen Laurent, sliding to his right and hanging on with exactly 6 minutes left in regulation. Still a 2-0 game. Out to Rankin. Rankin and Bonomo 2-on-1 as Lazaro lost an edge. Bonomo to the goal. Save Thomas. The rebound kicked out of there by Kyle Thomas. Backhand try. Denied again by Thomas. And the follow-up put high and wide by Tauk. Oh, Mike. It's sent to the corner by Lazaro. Up to center it comes for Tauk again. Tauk gonna get a second crack at it and puts it wide again, this time wide to the left of the vacant Peters Township goal. Glove down and put toward the empty net and wide of the empty loose. Oh, Gallardini watches his captain, Colin McCarthy, put this one away for the Upper St. Clair Panthers. McCarthy's first goal of the year and first goal is Upper St. Clair.